Hi everyone, I'm Terry, and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 104. Welcome. Okay, so for my finished objects this week, I have 3. Number 1 is the third preemie hat that I needed to do for this month for my goal of making 30 preemie hats by October for the NICU donation. So this is Hello Kitty beanie. And it worked up really quickly. I liked it. I liked the pattern really well. No problems with it. This is a pattern by, it's a free, there's a link from Ravelry that takes you to the pattern, and it is a free pattern, and the pattern designer is Natsuke, is what it says. And so I will put a link in the description box below where you can find the pattern. Okay, so that is my third one for the month of May, so that's good. Okay, next is the Stash Buster square. Okay, yesterday the Stash Buster square crochet along from the unraveled mitten square number 10 was released, and I went ahead and got mine done. Make sure I don't have it upside down. I do. Okay, so here it is. That is my Stash Buster square. This bottom stripe here and one stripe there at the top is a little bit of leftover piece that I had from the Call the Midwife blanket. Well, actually, it was a piece that I had to take out to start at another color. When I was starting my second cake to color control or whatever. So anyway, that's what this is, and that's Wood Nymph. And then the rest is a Bernat baby yarn. I think it's the Baby Coordinates maybe. I'm not sure, but it's like jacquards or something. I don't know. I've had it a long time. I don't even know if they still make it. And I don't have the ball band anymore for it. Anyway, there's that. Okay, so that's number 10, and actually this pattern came out 1 week late or behind schedule because Heather, I think it's Heather, the Unraveled Mitten was on vacation, and so she released it 1 week later. So that means actually next week, and not 2 weeks from now, but next week on Wednesday, number 11 will come out. That will get us back on the right schedule. Anyway. So that was finished object number 2. Okay, finished object number 3 is a little amigurumi, Amber over at Ooh Ah Crochet. Hi, Amber. She is hosting another make-along, and this was going to last throughout the summer until sometime in August. Anyway, and it is a charity make-along, and she is asking for charity items like hats, scarves, warm apparel for children, elementary age children. She is collecting for the elementary school that's in her area, but you don't have to you can send the stuff to her for that school, or you can make something and donate locally to your own area as well if you don't want to ship the items. And so there's two divisions, I guess, of that make-along. There is, like I said, the hats, scarves, gloves, mittens, that sort of thing. But also, she is asking for small toys, bookmarks, keychains, stuff like that, to be used. I think it's for the children, like to purchase for like good behavior. I don't know if they earn points or how they do it, but anyway, so I have made one bookmark, and I showed it a few weeks ago, that I'm going to be donating. And so this is my second one, and this is the Tiny Whale amigurumi. This pattern was so quick and fast to put together, and I really enjoyed it. See the little tail? And the little tail is incorporated before you change colors from the top color to the underbelly color. But anyway, I think it turned out really cute. This is done in worsted weight yarn. The pattern is by Cody Hudnail. I think that's how you pronounce it. There'll be a link below. The idea that I got from this is one of my Super 7s for the week, so I'll be talking about her in just a minute. But anyway, I think it turned out cute. I do think maybe I use 6mm safety eyes, and I think that's kind of small. Although whales do have small eyes, I think, compared to the body, you know. But I think the eyes could have been bigger. It would have been a little bit cuter. I was thinking about turning this into like a keychain or something, but I'm not sure. It's kind of a little bit big for a keychain maybe. So I'm not sure. But anyway, this is my first attempt, and very super cute, very easy, very quick. So these are very cute. I just really like this pattern. Okay, so that is all finished objects. So works in progress, we'll transition into that, and then I will show you that I do have another of the tiny whales work in progress. Now this one, same pattern, but I used some baby yarn, something I got like from Big Lots years ago. Anyway, it's very small yarn. I think it's a number 3. I guess a number 3 or maybe a heavy number 2 weight, maybe. I'm not sure. But I used that, and I went down and I used like a 2.5mm hook that I have. And I used bigger eyes. These eyes are 7.5mm. And I think that's all I changed on it. The stitch count and everything is exactly the same. I really like this size a whole lot better. I will hold them up together, see? And I like the bigger eyes, I think, don't you? I think it's cute. There is cuter with the bigger eyes. Anyway, and so I still had this open. I'm still working on it. But the one reason I kept it open, could have finished it off real easy, but my husband and I are discussing what we're gonna hang it with, you know, I mean, to attach it like to the keychain. I will show you that. I purchased this from Amazon, and I was thinking, well, first I thought keychains, the rings, but then I thought, if this is for like elementary children, you know they're gonna have backpacks, right? Or they usually always have backpacks. And so I bought these. I got a pack of 50 of them right there. Yeah, see that? Ooh, it's blurry. Anyway, it's a little like a lobster claw type thing. See? Opens, and it's got a ring at the bottom, okay? And so I was thinking that these would be good as like backpack clips instead of actually keychains. I mean, I guess you could use them as keychains, but I was thinking they could clip them on their backpacks. They could clip it on their belt loops, on their pants, or anything that's got belt loops. But anyway, that's my idea. And so my husband and I were trying to figure out, well, what kind of chain or connection am I going to put between there that would be sturdy, you know? And so I have an idea about it, and I'll see. I think between my husband and I, we're kind of brainstorming about what to use. And I'm thinking the reason I left it open is because if I can get this connected before I finish it off, that way it'll be connected on the inside. I'm thinking about using crochet thread that I've got. And if I use white, it'll just look like the little spout, you know, like the little whale is spouting out, breathing or whatever through the blowhole. And so stay tuned for that, and we'll see what we come up with. But I'm thinking that that's going to work good. So anyway, I'll let you know how we do that. Okay. So let's see what's next. Okay, works in progress number 2 is the wildlife cable afghan that I've been working on. I have not worked much. Well, I haven't worked on the middle part again. I mean, just what I showed you a couple weeks ago. Here is the blanket that I'm doing. And the book is, I'll show you the front of the book. Wildlife cable afghans right there. Got it at Joann's. Okay, and like last week I was telling you that I changed this, that panel pattern right here, and I'm going to use the one that they're using for the bear. And so that's what I worked on. I just worked on more of that. This is one going to be, oops, pulling the yarn here. This is going to be the long panel. on one side, okay? You have to make 4, 2 longs and 2 shorts to make this rectangular border around the middle image. And so I think this is actually about the length of the short one, which would be going this way. But I'm going to go ahead and make this one the long one. So I've got some more length to put on it. But anyway, there it is. I have my little marker there marking, I think this is row 60, and I think I'm actually up to row 72 or something. Anyway, it's really quick. It's pretty easy. You get it set up, and then it's just a 2-row repeat. And so it's easy. It's coming along real quick. So that's all I've done on that. Let's see. Next works in progress is the Jada and Stitches calendar blanket for this year. It is the Folk Life Art blanket. See, there I go again, not remembering the name. But anyway, this month's tutorial or addition to it is a barn applique. And so I have all the pieces made. There's the barn, and here is the roof. It's just they're not connected, obviously. But here is the roof panel right there. And so I've got all the pieces. I just need to stitch on the detail, which is like some doors and whatnot, and then attach it to the blanket. So that's a work in progress. I do want to talk about this yarn. Sorry. It is a very interesting yarn, I think. Makes an interesting color. Let me see if I find it. Yeah, here it is. I picked it up at Joann's. It's just a Red Heart Super Saver, but it's called, see that? It's called Soapstone. And I had some gray. I had some charcoal gray, but I thought that might be a little bit too dark for the roof. And then the other gray I thought was going to be too light because it was more of a silver, but very light gray. And so when I was at Joann's, I had to pick up some other things. Fiberfill, for one thing, I was out. But anyway, I saw this and it was on sale. And I thought, well, that might be make an interesting roof. With the kind of a few different shades in there. See how it's kind of speckledy? Not speckledy, but splotchy. But anyway, I like it. I think it worked out. I mean, I like the choice of the yarn that I used. So that's what I used for that. The red is just like very cherry or cherry red or something. Red Heart Super Saver. So anyway, I've got to get it stitched together and on the blanket. So that's works in progress. Number 3, right? Anyway, the next works in progress is another baby blanket. Now, since I finished the Call the Midwife blanket, I wanted to get another blanket or another project started with some more mandalas because, as you know, back there, I've got lots of mandala cakes. And so, I thought, oh, I'm on a roll using up some of these cakes. I better keep going. So this is the Forever Always blanket, and it is by Belinda Cardwell. And pattern link will be below. And here it is. And I am using the mandala, Lion Brand mandala in the colorway Valkyrie. And this is one cake right there, except I've just began. See the yellow starting again there, but I've just started my second cake right there. And the Call the Midwife blanket, that one I think took about 1 1/3, not quite a half, probably 1 1/3 cakes. And so I'm thinking this might, I'm not sure. It's not 30 inches yet in diameter. I think it's about 27 or something like that. I measured the width. And so I'm definitely going to be getting more in through this, using more of this to make it larger. If it's for a baby blanket, I really would like to make it at least 36 inches. I may go ahead and do it further and make it larger for a larger child or something, lap gown. I'm not sure, because I have this one and I actually have one more cake, so I can actually keep going on it. So Anyway, that is that. That is that. Okay, and then one more works in progress. That is the baby stacks project that I was showing you. These baby ring type, based on the baby rings toy. And I am doing the octopus right here with the starfish that you stack up on the octopus. And so I've got the base done right here. It's pretty good. I did use the 9.5-inch plastic canvas circles that I ordered, and of course, see, they're not that big. So what you do is you have to cut it down about, I don't remember how much. I know I had to trim it like twice, but anyway, I think it's a good size. And like I said, this is finished. I just need to weave this in, of course, and then I have to make the eyes and the face for the octopus, and then I have to make the tentacles, which I have started. I've got 3 tentacles to already made. I have to make one more of this size, which is the large tentacles, and then you have to make 4 same pattern but shorter for the other 4 to make 8. So anyway, working on that. I've only got I have this big skein of Red Heart Super Saver. I believe this is medium purple. I think that's the color. Anyway, I've just got this ball left to make the rest of the tentacles. I think I have another skein of this around here somewhere. I think I do, so I'll have to look for it to see if I run out, but maybe I'll play Yarn Chicken and maybe I'll win. I don't know. So anyway, and then of course I have the starfish to make, and I did buy when I was at Joann's. I was thinking starfish colors. I do have a yellow I want to use for one of them, and then I bought this one, which is called Minty. I thought was maybe a good starfish color, and then this, which is turquoise. And so that was those 2, and then like I said, I have a yellow, and then I'll probably use pink for the other one because I think there's 4. Anyway, so that's my works in progresses. I think I got quite a bit done this week. Yeah, I just keep wanting to start new things. What do you call that? Startitis? I don't know. Okay, so upcoming Stash Buster Square number 11, like I was mentioning a while ago. I do want to make some more of these once I've got the way I want to connect these to turn them into the backpack clips. I want to get some more done. I've got in my other little animals, hopefully be around the same size, maybe that really cute ones that I found that I want to also make them into these clips. So I'll be working on that, because at the end of this make-along, I want to be able to ship a box of various items to Amber to donate to the elementary school there. So that's coming up. Also have a tutorial that I'm getting ready to film. This is another pattern or in collaboration with Danica of Lady Love Design Boutique, and so this is another Grafgan variation pattern or tutorial. I guess, yeah, it will be another corner to corner, but this is going to be the mini corner to corner. And it's funny because I have done what I thought was a mini corner to corner, but I think it's kind of like in between a mini and a regular corner to corner. So, because when I looked up mini corner to corner, the majority of the people that were doing it, it was a little bit different than what I have been doing. So I'm going to be doing it that way because maybe you haven't seen it done this way before. And I think it'll really help if you want to do a corner to corner, but you don't want the project to turn out huge. If you do this mini version, and I will do a size comparison so then it'll be smaller, but you can still do the corner to corner process. So I think it'll be a fun project to do and exciting, and so stay tuned for that. I think the release date is supposed to be June 22nd, something like that, and so it'll be a few weeks yet for that. So that's upcoming though. And of course, like I said, I do want to do some more of these keychain clip items, so I'm excited to be doing that. Okay, so I think that's it. Now, time for this week's Super 7 podcasters, which is where I highlight or I give shout outs to 7 podcasters that I subscribe to that I've been watching, just so that way it may be somebody you haven't heard of before, and you can go check their channels out and subscribe to them and see what they're up to. So anyway, no particular order. Number 1 of this week's Super 7 is Joanna of Joe's Web. Okay, so Joanna is pretty new to YouTube. She's a crocheter. She's been doing some really cute little bunnies, and now she's even kind of taking her this basic pattern that she's been making, these little amigurumi rabbit type loveys, or not loveys, just amigurumi things. Anyway, she's been taking them and adapting them and kind of turning them into some different animals, but like a variation. So it's really interesting what she's coming up with. She also is working on a shell light blanket, I guess, right now, that is really super cute. I love the colors because it's shades of blue, and I really like that. Anyway, go check her out, and if you haven't heard of Joanna, please go check her channel out, but please subscribe as well. Okay, number 2 is Kim's Crafty Corner. Okay, so Kim's Crafty Corner, I actually heard about her from Blue Cherub 82, which is another Kim, and she is the one that I've got this whale amigurumi, well, it's not her pattern, but she is the one that directed me or gave me the idea to go look it up. And her videos, she's new also, but she's been making lots of little small amigurumis and things because she's getting ready to have a craft fair or go to a craft fair or participate in one. And so she's been really giving me a lot of little ideas where I can go find patterns to make these cute little amigurumis, and she gives you tips on if you're going to participate in a craft sale or a craft fair. She's real good about giving you tips about what sells and what doesn't, and even what colors are popular from her experiences of selling in the past. So go check her channel out and subscribe. I think she's got tips and things, so we can always learn something new, can't we? Okay, next, number 3 is Charmed Grammy Crochet. Okay, and I'm really enjoying her channel. She is also new, and she's got the cutest little craft nook at the base of her stairs where she sits in front of, and you can see her yarn behind her, and just really cute little setting. I'm enjoying the projects and things she's doing. She also shows crochet pieces that from her grandmother, her great-grandmother. It's just really neat seeing these vintage items. So if you haven't subscribed to her or don't know about her, go check her out and subscribe. Okay, number 4 is Seta of Seta's Place. I think everybody knows Seta, but if you haven't, if you've missed learning or hearing about Seta, please go check her channel out. She's so much fun. She's such a sweet lady, and right now she's doing different series. She's doing a crochet along every month that's based on calendar pictures. She's doing the tea tasting where people have been sending her teas from all over the place, and she's talking about them, reviewing them, tasting them. It's super fun to watch her videos, and she's just, like I said, very entertaining, and she makes really some pretty projects. So go check her out if you haven't heard of her, and subscribe. Okay, that's number 4. So number 5 is Trina of Claxton Tree Crochet. Okay, so she's pretty new also, just just been making videos for a few months now. In fact, she had thought about backing away from YouTube and not making videos, but she missed all of us, and so she is now back again making videos, so I'm so glad for that. She's got such a sweet, quiet spirit. I really love listening to her, and she talks about her adventures in crocheting different things. She's pretty new at crocheting, and so she takes you along and kind of tells you what her experience is working through the pattern, and she's also kind of coming up with a few of her own patterns here and there. But anyway, she's got very enjoyable videos. Go check her out and subscribe. Okay, number 6 is Alaska Crafty Gal Victoria. And as the name says, Victoria lives in Alaska. She's only been making videos just recently, and so she's only got a few videos out, so it'd be real easy to go over there and catch up. That's what I did. I found her through Jane, I think, of Scraptastic's Yarn podcast. And I went over and checked her channel out, and I subscribed, and I binge watched the few videos that she's had to catch up. She crochets. She also does little sewing projects, which I really enjoy watching. In fact, she gave me tips on 2 patterns that I had never seen before, some little pouches that I thought was really cute, and I definitely bookmarked them to be trying them out and making them myself. So go check her channel out and subscribe if you haven't. Okay, number 7 of the Super 7 podcasters of the week is Glenda of Creative Grandma. And of course, she's got a big channel, and a lot of people know about Glenda. She is always doing giveaways. She's a very generous lady. She has a stitch of the week, or stitch of the month, I think, where she teaches a different crochet stitch that you can use in projects like baby blankets or regular blankets or whatever you need a new stitch for. But anyway, very enjoyable, and I really like watching her and learning the new stitches from her. Okay, so that's our Super 7 for the week. I hope maybe there's some there that I mentioned that you haven't heard of before, and you can go check out and subscribe to their channel. And especially these new ones, welcome them to the Yarny community here on YouTube. Okay, so that's it for the week. I hope you're having a great weekend. We're finished with our school year, and I think at least in the United States, most people are kind of winding down their school year if they've not finished already, ready for the summer. So that's good. I'm anxious to get a lot of crocheting done and making more videos, hopefully. Working on some ideas, hopefully, in my head to think of other things that I can film, so we'll see. If you have any suggestions of videos you would like for me to do, or questions where I can do maybe a Q&A or crochet with me or something and answer some people's questions, please comment below and give me some questions to answer. Okay, so everybody have a great weekend. Oh, and if you haven't subscribed, thank you so much to those that have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, and watch as I work on all these variety of different projects that I do, and check out the tutorials that I've been putting out. Hopefully they are of inspiration and help to those that may not know how to do that particular stitch or something. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.